Hey guys, it's Cam here again from OCRWOD.com, and today we're actually going to look at some lower body training options for you. If you have access to a gym, either home or a regular kind of gym, you'll be able to do barbell squats of all kinds, and that's a really good option for the foundation of your program. But for those of you who are looking just to do your workout outside, or perhaps you don't have that much equipment, these single leg variations of lower body exercise will be really effective at getting your legs strong, and maybe even more so and more specifically so for racing obstacle courses. So I'm going to show you a variety of movements. We're going to do a Bulgarian squat, what's called a Bulgarian squat, a step up, and then a few different types of lunges that you could load with a sandbag, a kettlebell, dumbbells, whatever you have at your disposal to make it an appropriate challenge. So I'm going to start with the Bulgarian squat because it's one of the most potent ones you can use, and definitely one of my favorites. All you need for this is a bench, ideally below knee height. So this one's just below my knee height there. If it goes a little bit too high, then typically what happens is you have too much tension in the back leg, and it also limits the amount of depth you can go to. So what I'm going to do with the Bulgarian squat is set up my back foot on the bench, and then my front foot out front like so. And then keeping my back leg relaxed, I'm just basically going to drop down into a nice deep position and then push back up. And so what I'm trying to do here, obviously getting that depth, I'm getting a bit more hamstring and glute recruitment in the bottom. And for all of these movements, you know, single leg, double leg, whatever, you want to make sure your torso's in good posture. And you'll notice when I'm doing this exercise, I'm trying to maintain a nice upright torso, and I'm not really kind of folding over through the torso, keeping my body weight up. Especially important if you're carrying any kind of weight on your back or in your hands. The next variation with a step is actually what's called a step up. So a step up is a more powerful variant of a single leg exercise. The idea here is you're accelerating your body mass up to getting on top of the step. So what I'm going to do here is stand pretty close to the step to start. I might have a bar on my back or dumbbells on my hands. I'm going to plant my front foot on the step and then accelerate through the motion. So keeping the chest up, I'm going to drive through that front leg and a nice fast stand up, a controlled lower back down, and I like to do all the reps for one leg before moving on. So again, step up, push quickly, control back down, and then just repeating for as many times as the program designates. The next few are going to be lunge variations. So a lot of people do a standard sort of step forward, step back lunge, and I'm going to show you that one. It's really good for conditioning your legs for running downhill because you have to absorb your body weight's momentum forward and reverse it coming back up. So for that, you basically just step forward quite a ways out in front of your body, control the body down, and then press back up. And you can see I have to absorb that force this way and then produce force back the other way. The only issue with this is if you have any kind of knee issues, especially kind of like tendonitis or any kind of patellar issues, it does put a little bit of a shearing force across the knee, so you just have to be a little bit careful with that. My favorite lunge variation is what's called a reverse lunge. And a reverse lunge is when you step back and then step back up to standing. It recruits a little bit more glutes and hamstrings. And to do that, from your straight standing position, you drop back and down and then stand up and forward. And that acceleration again, trying to control down and then pushing back up to standing. And really, you don't need a lot of weight with that one. It's a pretty challenging exercise, and you do want to be moving fast as you stand back up. The last one we're going to cover today is walking lunge. So this is a really good one to do in circuits, and you know, using a certain distance, say running 400 meters and walking lunges 100 meters. It's a really potent exercise. And for this, you're going to be carrying a load of some sort, or maybe just your body weight. And instead of kind of going back up to standing in the same place, you're going to travel as you go. So I'm going to step forward, back knee down, stand up, and then continue on like so for the designated number of steps, or certain distance along the way. So those are good variants for single leg exercise. Like I said, you have a kettlebell, some dumbbells, sandbag, anything that's, you know, moderate weight, you can get a lot out of these. They put less pressure on your spine than squats do, and typically I find people have more issues with squats than they do with lunges, just generally with their body. So that's our little demo for today, some lower body stuff. As always, you can find more information on the program and the exercises at ocrwod.com.